Yes, good evening. I'm almost finished reading about copper, the metal copper. So let's finish with my old pocket camcorder. But let's get something to drink. It's close 10 p.m. We have a movie in the Danish television. 10 p.m. But I'm thinking about if copper was a good metal to make a boiler for steam engine. But when the copper come in contact with all metals, should have this corrosions. So that's not so good because this safety valves and pipes, they are other metals. No, this safety valve and stuff, that will not be easy to get in copper. No, this metal is like stainless steel and tubes, and this actually this is loose. So I think that's a little bit copper, maybe bronze, but we got something else. We got bronze and brass, so we have to read about that. But the camcorder is out of power. Let's get some cola. No, pure copper is maybe not the best to use for a boiler, because when you have contact with other metal like stainless steels, it have corrosion maybe in the brass, but we'll read about that. Maybe just use stainless steel. Yes, I think the boiler to this Relesco steam engines, these boilers, they're just stainless steel. These boilers, these are 50 years old. 50 years old. I think it's stainless steel. So let's try finish reading. And this camcorder is not so good like my JVC. No, we have to read from the top. The auto reading not works. I have to reboot.
Copper usage intensity is a measure of the quantity of copper necessary to install 1 megawatt of new power generating capacity. Copper wires for recycling. When planning for a new renewable power facility, engineers and product specifiers seek to avoid supply shortages of selected materials. According to the United States Geological Survey, in-ground copper reserves have increased more than 700% since 1950, from almost 100 million tons to 720 million tons in 2017. Despite the fact that world refined usage has more than tripled in the last 50 years. 129. Copper resources are estimated to exceed 5,000 million tons. 130, 131. Bolstering the supply from copper extraction is the fact that more than 30% of copper installed during the last decade came from recycled sources. 132. Its recycling rate is higher than any other metal. 133. This article discusses the role of copper in various renewable energy generation systems. Architecture. Copper roof on the Minneapolis City Hall, coated with patina. Old copper utensils in a Jerusalem restaurant. Large copper bowl. Tanker Gumper. Copper has been used since ancient times as a durable, corrosion-resistant, and weatherproof architectural material. 134, 135, 136, 137. Roofs, flashings, rain gutters, downspouts, domes, spires, vaults, and doors have been made from copper for hundreds or thousands of years. Copper's architectural use has been expanded in modern times to include interior and exterior wall cladding, building expansion joints, radio frequency shielding, and antimicrobial and decorative indoor products such as attractive handrails, bathroom fixtures, and countertops. Some of copper's other important benefits as an architectural material include low thermal movement, lightweight, lightning protection, and recyclability. The metal's distinctive natural green patina has long been coveted by architects and designers. The final patina is a particularly durable layer that is highly resistant to atmospheric corrosion, thereby protecting the underlying metal against further weathering. 138, 139, 140. It can be a mixture of carbonate and sulfate compounds in various amounts, depending upon environmental conditions such as sulfur-containing acid rain. 141, 142, 143, 144. Architectural copper and its alloys can also be finished to take on a particular look, feel, or color. Finishes include mechanical surface treatments, chemical coloring, and coatings. 145. Copper has excellent brazing and soldering properties and can be welded. The best results are obtained with gas metal arc welding. 146. Anti-biofouling. Copper is biostatic, meaning bacteria and many other forms of life will not grow on it. For this reason it has long been used to line parts of ships to protect against barnacles and mussels. It was originally used pure, but has since been superseded by Muntz metal and copper-based paint. Similarly, as discussed in copper alloys in aquaculture, copper alloys have become important netting materials in the aquaculture industry because they are antimicrobial and prevent biofouling, even in extreme conditions. 147, and have strong structural and corrosion resistant. 148. Properties in marine environments. Antimicrobial. Copper alloy touch surfaces have natural properties that destroy a wide range of microorganisms. For example, E. coli 015-7H7, methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, MRSA, Staphylococcus clostridium difficile, influenza virus, adenovirus, SARS-CoV-2, and fungi. 149, 150. Indians have been using copper vessels since ancient times for storing water, even before modern ships realized its antimicrobial properties. 151. Some copper alloys were proven to kill more than 99.9% of disease-causing bacteria within just 2 hours when cleaned regularly. 152. The United States Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has approved the registrations of these copper alloys as antimicrobial materials with public health benefits. Winking sad smiley. 152. That approval allows manufacturers to make legal claims to the public health benefits of products made of registered alloys. In addition, the EPA has approved a long list of antimicrobial copper products made from these alloys, such as bed rails, handrails, overbed tables, sinks, faucets, doorknobs, toilet hardware, computer keyboards, health club equipment, and shopping cart handles. For a comprehensive list, see antimicrobial copper alloy touch surfaces #approved products. Copper door knobs are used by hospitals to reduce the transfer of disease, and Legionnaire's disease is suppressed by copper tubing in plumbing systems. 153 antimicrobial copper alloy products are now being installed in healthcare facilities in the UK, Ireland, Japan, Korea, France, Denmark, and Brazil, as well as being called for in the US, 154, and in the subway transit system in Santiago, Chile, where copper zinc alloy handrails were installed in some 30 stations between 2011 and 2014. 155, 156, 157. Textile fibers can be blended with copper to create antimicrobial protective fabrics. 158. Speculative investing. Copper may be used as a speculative investment due to the predicted increase in use from worldwide infrastructure growth, and the important role it has in producing wind turbines, solar panels, and other renewable energy sources. 159, 160. Another reason predicted demand increases is the fact that electric cars contain an average of 3.6 times as much copper as conventional cars, although the effect of electric cars on copper demand is debated. 161, 162. Some people invest in copper through copper mining stocks, ETFs, and futures. Others store physical copper in the form of copper bars or rounds, although these tend to carry a higher premium in comparison to precious metals. 163. Those who want to avoid the premiums of copper bullion alternatively store old copper wire, copper tubing, or American pennies made before 1982. 164. Folk medicine. Copper is commonly used in jewelry, and according to some folklore, copper bracelets relieve arthritis symptoms. 165. In one trial for osteoarthritis and one trial for rheumatoid arthritis, no differences were found between copper bracelet and control, non-copper bracelet. 166, 167. No evidence shows that copper can be absorbed through the skin. If it were, it might lead to copper poisoning. 168. Compression clothing. Recently, some compression clothing with interwoven copper has been marketed with health claims similar to the folk medicine claims. Because compression clothing is a valid treatment for some ailments, the clothing may have that benefit, but the added copper may have no benefit beyond a placebo effect. 169. Degradation. Chromobacterium violaceum and Pseudomonas fluorescens can both mobilize solid copper as a cyanide compound. 170. The ericoid mycorrhizal fungi associated with Calluna, erica and vaccinium can grow in metalliferous soils containing copper. 170. The ectomycorrhizal fungus Suillus luteus protects young pine trees from copper toxicity. A sample of the fungus Aspergillus niger was found growing from gold mining solution and was found to contain cyanocomplexes of such metals as gold, silver, copper, iron, and zinc. The fungus also plays a role in the solubilization of heavy metal sulfides. 171. Biological role. Rich sources of copper include oysters, beef and lamb liver, Brazil nut, blackstrap molasses, cocoa and black pepper. Good sources include lobster, nuts and sunflower seeds, green olives, avocados, and wheat bran. Biochemistry. Copper proteins have diverse roles in biological electron transport and oxygen transportation processes that exploit the easy interconversion of Cu, I, and Cu2. 172. Copper is essential in aerobic respiration of all eukaryotes. In mitochondria, it is found in cytochrome C oxidase, which is the last protein in oxidative phosphorylation. Cytochrome C oxidase is the protein that binds the O2 between a copper and an iron. The protein transfers 8 electrons to the O2 molecule to reduce it to 2 molecules of water. Copper is also found in many superoxide dismutases proteins that catalyze the decomposition of superoxides by converting it, by disproportionation, to oxygen and hydrogen peroxide Cu2 plus Sod and O2 Cu plus Sod and O2, reduction of copper, oxidation of superoxide. Cu plus Sod and O2 plus 2H plus